Our next guest is working on creating some really cool things in the form of tech stands. And wait till you see the cool goodies that he's got for your Apple computer, for example, among other things. He is the founder and designer of PRISM Designs, Steve King. Steve, welcome into Tomorrow. How are you, sir?
Pleasure. I'm working with a professional, I can tell.
Oh, well, thank you. We're glad to have you with us. And tell me what you're showing here at the Showstoppers press event, an after-hours event for us media types to come and get some refreshing beverage and food, but more importantly, to talk to exhibitors about cool stuff you're showing. What is it?
This is our first Showstoppers, so we're thrilled. We have multiple products. We have 2 tables here, but what I'll show you tonight is our float stand for the iMac computer, and then our line of premium headphones for premium headphone stands for premium headphones.
Yeah, you don't make the headphones, you make the stands for them.
Headphones is a multi-billion-dollar market now. Headphones are going for $500 to $5,000. Sennheiser has a 40,000 pair of headphones, so we're making stands for quality headphones.
And you know what, that makes perfect sense to me. A lot of people say, okay, so it's not just for retailers to display these things, it's because you're spending a fortune on really cool audiophiles equipment, for example. Hang it up right, don't just throw it on a table or worse.
Yes, exactly. No, in audiophiles, people who are making an investment in their headphones want something appropriate to display them on. So, here we have a nice pair of headphones, and it's very common to have a soft leather headband, and if it has a sharp, it's going to mark or mar. So we have a sculpted saddle. It's not going to mark or mar your headphones. And then, as an example, I have a good friend who's an audio engineer. He has 12 headphones on 12 separate stands. He said, Steve, I want your Quattro where I can put 4 headphones on one stand. So we have a single headphone, a duo, a trio, a quattro, and then we even have virtual reality stands. So we're betting that stands will be a niche that piggybacks on top of the headphone multi-billion-dollar market.
And I'm noticing that some of them are sort of the same color as the float for the iMac.
Yes. And this is the float shelf, and it's a shelf that fits onto the back of an iMac. Suddenly this dead space becomes useful, and you can use it to display mementos, or if you have peripherals, it'll hold 40, 50 pounds. This is the small float shelf, and yet there's a lot of real estate, and then this is my beautiful and lovely assistant just handed me.
I was going to say, as if by magic, another unit came in, yeah.
With its logo, and it's for the 27-inch iMac, and so it has even more real estate. So I tell people, you can get your Wi-Fi, your hard drives, or if it's not showing, if you're in an open office and people see the backside of your computer, you can have your Star Wars action figures, you can have flower arrangements, family photos.
You certainly want your backside to look nice too, right? Tell me about, is the float available now and how much?
The float will be available on Kickstarter. That we're here because of Kickstarter. We launched a very successful stylus 3 years ago. We were hoping to raise $25,000. We raised over $300,000, 7,500 backers. I would not be here. I have to give a plug for Kickstarter. They change people's lives. And so I was a jewelry designer. I designed a tech accessory, and it financed all the product development that you see here. So the float.
Do you have an anticipated cost on the float and on the various stands to give our audience an idea what they might be?
The small float shelf, I believe, is $79, and the large float shelf, I believe, is $85. And then the stands are going for $79 to $195, depending on which version you get.
And I can see that coming in really handy, for example, with a family or in an environment where you've just got a lot of headphones. Yes. And people want to take care of all of them, understandably.
There's large families that have multiple headphones, and the prices of headphones just seem to go up and up and up.
Unbelievable. See, I'm glad we found you, because you're doing some cool things that make a difference in protecting our tech and keeping it nice, because we spend so much money on some of these things. Don't just throw them around.
Well, you've won an Academy Award. There's a PRISM.
I want to thank my producers, and but there you go. And there's some good weight to it, because it's not going to topple over when you put your headset on.
Everything is machined from solid billets of aluminum, so that's why it has so much heft and weight to it.
Awesome. Well, keep up the good work, and of course we'll keep letting folks know how to visit your site as well.
I'm embarrassed we weren't a sponsor, so hopefully next year we'll be one of the sponsors at the beginning of the show.
Not a problem at all, but PRISMDesigns.com for more information, and you'll be able to see what Steve and his team are up to on a regular basis, because I'll bet there's going to be more tech goodies coming from PRISMDesigns.com. Meantime, visit intotomorrow.com for links to all of our guest sites, all the videos of the radio interviews, and of course our highlight video, behind the scenes goodies, lots of cool stuff from our 21st year broadcasting from CES. I'm Dave Graveline. Into Tomorrow continues on the Advanced Media Network.